You write for, digital arts. Digital art. I right click on it. Okay. This site doesn't allow it. Right. And save it on my computer. So how much is this? Almost 1 Ethereum. How much is it? 30,000 liras. Yeah. Why would you pay that much money for something that you can just right click and save on your computer? Yeah. Because if you buy this, you have some other privileges. You have some other rights. You can easily say, hey, I have an NFT. I have an original NFT. And you can put it on your profile. On Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, okay? Yeah? So this is an example of a digital art. I right-click and save it. So, did I have the original NFT? No. Because original NFT is stored on the blockchain and I can never reach it. I can never reach it. It's everywhere in the world. Another one. A trading card collection. An NFT can be a trading card collection. So, for instance, which one do you want? This one. Now, we have here, I don't know, let's just this one, okay? I just right click on it and save it. Ta-da! I have the JPEG file. But do I have the NFT? Do I have the real NFT? No. Because I didn't pay for it. Because it is not written on the blockchain. Okay? So this is what you can do with an NFT. Also, for instance, music. For instance, The Weeknd. You see, Weeknd sells his songs with an NFT. It can be used to sell music. Or for instance, Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg sells his songs with an NFT. So an NFT is not only a digital JPEG file. It has many uses, ladies and gentlemen. You see? Music. Or metaverse. Decentraland is a virtual reality platform. And here, if you are a member of the Decentraland universe, you can buy property. You can buy land with an NFT. You know, here, Istanbul, almost all of Istanbul is sold over the metaverse. How do they buy it? With an NFT. How they can prove that they are the owner of Levent or Yıldız Technical University Davutpaşa campus? Somebody bought it. And they can prove it. Or, for instance, real estate. Real estate. I mean, real physical items. Or shoes. They sell shoes with an NFT. They sell shoes with an NFT. It's designed as you wish, and when you buy a shoe with an NFT, you are one and only owner of this unique AI-designed shoe. It's not an ordinary shoe, by the way. It's a shoe that's designed with the help of AI, artificial intelligence. So they sell NFTs, they sell shoes with an NFT, and no one can take it from you. No one can steal it from you. It is there in your digital wallet until you sell it. Okay? So no one can take it from you. It's impossible, kind of impossible. Yes? In English, please. In English. Mm-hmm. Stolen. Yeah, they are stolen, but that's probably because somebody from the inside did that. Okay. On some of the NFT platforms, NFT marketplaces, okay, there is some kind of insider trading. Somebody probably knew what that artist's credentials were. Okay, it's not possible to do that otherwise, because even if they do, they will be found. They have to have an immense power of computation. However, there is another important thing, and this is called royalty. Okay, and it's one of the most beautiful things about NFT, because when you sell an NFT, normally what happens is, if you are a painter and if you sell your art, okay, you just sell it for once only. You don't get any more money if your painting is sold again and again and again to other people. But with an NFT, you have the right to claim money, to claim fee, royalty fee. So if you have created an NFT and programmed it that way, because an NFT is just a piece of code, okay? If you have programmed it that way, when your NFT is sold again to another person, and to another person again, to another person again, from each sale you get royalty fee, you get money. This is something beautiful actually, because in the past this was impossible. People couldn't do that. Imagine, I'm a painter, I have a painting, I sell it for $100 million, let's say. $100 million is the only money that I will get. But the person who buys my painting can sell it for $200 million. Where is my cut? Where is my share? I am the owner, I am the creator, so I won't get any money. But with an NFT, it is possible to earn more money, even after your work is sold. This is called royalty. Okay? So an NFT provides you more than just a JPEG file, more than just a profile picture. An NFT provides you lots of interesting benefits. Like this. You are the creator, you sell your NFT, somebody buys it, but after some time, that person sells it again, your NFT. You get money only from this sale. From this sale, you don't get any money. But this is what traditional art is about. But with an NFT, you also get money from this sale. Also from this sale, if that person sells it again. Okay, so this is very, very important. However, ladies and gentlemen, be careful. NFTs are not new. I mean, it may be new for us, or for you, or for the people in Turkey in general, but NFTs are not a new idea. NFTs have been around for over like 10 years. They are not something new. They are understood to be new because of those numbers, or because of those prices. $91 million, $70 million, okay, because of those numbers. NFTs are just a way to own an item and to prove that you are the owner of that item. Normally, you would need a notary. You would need an art agency. You would need something written on paper to show that you are the owner. But with an NFT, you digitally own and digitally verify that you are the owner. Okay? So why do you pay that much money for that JPEG file? Or why do you pay that much money for that NFT? People may ask, right? You also do ask about it. Why do you think people pay that much money? Any ideas? This was where we stopped last week. Why do people pay that much money? Any ideas? I've talked about some. Yes? Mm-hmm. Good. Good point. So investment is an idea, good. Why do you pay that much money? Why would you pay that much money? Can I make it clear, about what an NFT is? Previously, probably you thought that an NFT is just a work of art. You suppose that an NFT is just that JPEG file, that work of art that is sold. No, it's not. That JPEG file is not sold. What is sold is the piece of code that proves that you are the owner. So for instance, why are NFTs so valuable? Normally, under the current internet system, under the current internet atmosphere, we expect everything to be free, right? We like free things. We like free things. And when it's not free, we don't want to use it. We don't want to get. So, why do we pay for something that we can view online? Take a screenshot or right-click and save on our computer. That's the key. And that's something financial and it's also psychological. It's not about the money only. Okay? So for instance, before NFTs, it was impossible. It was totally impossible for a digital asset, a work of art, audio file, picture, anything that is digital. It was impossible to prove that you are the owner. You saw that. I just right-clicked and saved. Right-clicked and saved. So I can't say I am the owner. I can't say I have this work of art. No, it's not like that. Because NFTs are unique and they are stored on the blockchain. I'm going to show you the examples now. No one can deny your ownership rights. No one can deny you your privileges. So, an NFT has an underlying value, okay? Potential value, perception, and similar market value. So these are the kind of things, main factors that set the price for an NFT. Underlying value is the creator or the artist. The more famous they are, the more money you pay. Investment value, like you said, if it has an investment value, yes, you pay more money. And why do they have investment value? Because they are promoted on the internet. Perception of the buyer, of course. What is it worth to you? How bad do you want to have it? How bad do you want to own that asset? It's psychological, okay? And similar market value. How much are the other NFTs similar to that? How much are the other NFTs? So those are 4 main ideas that set the price for the NFT's value. For instance, I'm going to make it clearer to you. You know Bored Ape Yacht Club? Anybody? Bored Ape Yacht Club? What is that? I showed the examples in the previous week. What is it? It's an NFT collection of only 10,000 items. No more than that, okay? So the creator limits the number. What does that mean? The price goes up because it is limited, okay? However, it's not just that. If you buy a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT, which is actually basically a JPEG file that shows the face of a bored ape, okay? You can use it in a different way. For instance, a Bored Ape owner uses his IP rights the IP address that with which he bought the NFT to brand his restaurant. So he will say that, hey, in this restaurant, if you have a Bored Ape Yacht NFT, if you have a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT, your meals are free. Or you will have a special menu. Or you will eat here for free for the entire of your life. And because that's marketing, that's what drives the value up. So basically, how rare it is. How rare an NFT. One of a kind, one of 1,000, 10,000, or 100,000. The rarity makes it special. The quality, of course. The quality. The brand, artists. I mean, the famous people, famous artists, like for instance, Mark Winkelmann of the Beeple, or Tarık Tolunay. You remember Tarık Tolunay? I have contacted him and he accepted. We have arranged a date in April. Hopefully, if everything goes all right, Tarık Tolunay will be with us to talk about his NFT experience. Okay? And how easily can you find it? The price, I mean, it can say $70 million, but will you really pay that much money? What is the benefit? What am I going to get out of $70 million? For investments, are you planning to use it for personal use, or are you planning an investment about it? Integration capabilities into other applications. This is what it is about. Yesterday, Mark Zuckerberg announced that Instagram is integrating NFTs into its platform, which means you can display an NFT on your Instagram account or use an NFT as your profile picture. Okay? So that's what makes NFTs valuable. Potential to use in other platforms. That's what makes them valuable. An NFT is not just a picture, like I said. It's a piece of code. We don't see it, but we can use it everywhere like this. Of course, physical connections to benefits. For instance, again, Bored Ape Yacht Club, okay, announces ApeCoin today. They announced ApeCoin today. So, if you have a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT, I mean, if you have one of these, you will be given money. You will be given coins, free coins. Why? Because you are the legal and rightful owner of that NFT. These are the fringe benefits. Can I make it clear? I mean, that's what makes NFT so valuable, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just a JPEG file. It's not just a piece of code. It is the social benefits, financial benefits, practical benefits that make an NFT much more valuable. Can I make it clear? I mean, I hope I have managed to change your mind about this idea. An NFT is just a JPEG file. No. An NFT is not a JPEG file, GIF, audio file, whatever it is connected to. An NFT is a piece of computer code written and stored on the blockchain, which gives you practical, social, and financial applications like this. So, for instance, you can, if you have bought one of these, you can use this as your profile picture in your Instagram account, Facebook account, Twitter account. Yeah, but teacher, yeah, I can do it. I can just right-click and do it like this. I mean, yeah, but you are not the rightful owner. First of all, that wouldn't be legal. And secondly, if there is a social benefit, financial benefit, practical benefit connected to this NFT, you wouldn't be able to use it. For instance, how much is this sold? How much do you think this is? $23.7 million, and this is human number one, another very expensive NFT. It's sold for $29 million. $29 $29 million. Okay? But people paid that much money because there is something connected, physical, financial, social, practical to it. Okay? And an NFT is not just a piece of computer code or JPEG file. So, of course, supply and demand says that the rarer, if there is less of something, the price of it will go up. That's what the supply and demand rule says. Okay? So, if basically there is one of a kind, one of thing, for instance, let's say everyone is so thirsty and everyone is dying of thirst and you want to drink just 1 or 2 sips of water, and there is this bottle of water here. It's first of all very little. It's quite little, and there's only one bottle. Do you think you would pay more or less? If everyone is dying of thirst, of course you would pay more because you want it. You want it so badly, and there is only one of the kind. So that's what drives the value up. This is another example. I just saw that. This is also another famous example on NFT, okay? But it is not for personal use. If you buy this NFT, and not just right click and save it, if you legally buy this NFT, you are helping homeless, poor people and health institutions around the world. Because 70% of the total income goes to that type of institutions. Homeless, poor people, especially children, and health institutions. Okay? So NFTs are also used for social purposes. If you want to be useful, if you want to help those people, you buy one of these NFTs. But if you just right click and save, nothing happens. No money goes nowhere. Okay? That's what NFTs are. NFTs are, the possibilities are endless. Endless. Anything can be solved with an NFT. The only thing you have to do is find a way to market it. It's not just, it's not just a kilo of tomato that's waiting for you on the shelves of the market of your bakkal. You have to promote it. Can I make it clear? Have I been able to change your idea of an NFT? An NFT is not, first of all, something physical. It's not only a JPEG file, GIF, audio file. An NFT is a piece of computer code that is written and stored on the blockchain forever. Because of that, which gives you digital ownership. Okay? So, coming to this week's class. Okay? Blockchain. We'll be talking about this blockchain thing. Before we start, any idea about what it is? Anybody who would like to share their ideas? Have you ever heard of the term blockchain? Yes? Type of what? Storage to some extent, but storing what? Yes? Yes. On blockchain, you store codes, not the JPEG file. Yes. On a blockchain, you only store cryptographic files, not the JPEG files. Yes?
It's also decentralized, and the stored codes are in every computer that is in part of the blockchain.
Exactly. A blockchain is something like this. It's actually, some basic information, when, who. Let's just skip by this. It's a distributed database, which means It's everywhere in the world. Okay? It's peer-to-peer, which means there isn't one single server. Every computer is a kind of server. Okay? And it stores digital files, digital cryptographic files. And they are a secure and decentralized record of transactions. Decentralized. This is key. We're going to be talking about this later, but if something is decentralized, there are many centers. It's not governed only by one unit, only by an entity. Okay? So this is centralized network. You see one server, several clients. This is decentralized, several centers, several clients, and this is distributed. This is what NFT, this is what blockchain is. A blockchain is a distributed network. It's all around the world. Even this computer can be a blockchain member. Okay? So, why did we need this? Because after the 2008 financial crisis in the United States, people realized that if you put your money in a bank, and if it is governed badly by its governors, by the administrators, you can easily lose your money, and no one will do anything about it. So, people just decided to create a financial system, first of all, it was first of all financial, a system for financial transactions, but I don't know you, you don't know me, she doesn't know anybody. How will we trust each other? How will we trust each other? We don't know each other. We're talking about money, lots of money. So they created this technology, okay? They created a computer network in which every computer is just another server, and you can easily store digital data on that member. There are some terms, and I'm not going to talk about that later, but this is what a blockchain looks like, okay? There are blocks. On these blocks, we have digital algorithmic files. And once they are signed and sealed, no one can change it. Because if they wanted to change it, they would need to do so on all computers of the network, which is kind of impossible. Okay? Millions of computers. If you change the data on this one, what about the data on that one? That would require immense power of computation. So blocks, permanent records of data units. Okay? Once written and closed, no one can touch them. Because if they wanted to, they would have to do that on the millions of other computers, which is impossible. Okay? And because they come one after another, just like this, they are called blockchain. They are like a chain. Okay? So, for any new information, we have a block. Any transaction, a new block. When I want to do a transaction, my data is written here, okay? Another transaction here, but they are all encrypted. And when the capacity of the block is full, we move to another block. And where is it? Like this. Yes. Here is the transaction. Okay. For every new block, we have the algorithmic code of the previous block. For the next block, we have the previous algorithmic number of the previous block. So for every block, it will be impossible to change. That's what a blockchain is about. Can I make it clear? When you want to do a transaction on the network, first of all, you send it to the entire network. Computers agree that this is legal, we can do it, because they are running a program. And then they start to complete your transaction. The first one to complete your transaction closes the block, and then it's added to the chain. Block after block after block, it becomes the blockchain. And you cannot change the contents of the block, even if you wanted to, because it would mean you would need to do that on all the other computers of the network. Can I make it clear what a blockchain is? A blockchain is a distributed network. It's a distributed network. The computers are everywhere. The computers are everywhere in the world. So it's not easy to reach them all and change their contents. Okay? And this is how blockchain works. Any questions so far? Yes? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is called toilet paper. You mean this one? Where is it? Ah.
So, you said when you buy this NFT, you help them
Charity.
homeless and charity.
Yeah.
My question is that who is behind this helping? Like, who is helping them? Like, is that an institution or
Mm-hmm.
is that someone or the person who have created this NFT?
Of course, there is a person. Let me just quickly show it to you. This is the Twitter. Okay, you can take a look at it and read it more. But basically, okay, there is this. Where is it? This one. There is the Gitcoin and Givethio, two social institutions or institutions that have social purposes, charity purposes. Okay, they are issuing the NFT. When you buy the NFT, the money goes to them, and they legally and provably spend the money for charity purposes. And the records are written on the blockchain. So they cannot deceive you. They cannot spend your money, to buy yachts, to buy planes, to buy cars, okay? Because the record is on the blockchain. And as you could see, to change the records on a blockchain, it would be impossible, okay? So that's how they help the people in need. Okay. Any other questions? Can I make it clear, ladies and gentlemen, what a blockchain is? So, an NFT is created on this blockchain. But is it stored on the blockchain? No. Because blockchains have certain capacities, okay? You cannot save huge amounts of data on the blockchains. They only span small bits of information. They only save small bits of information. You cannot save gigabytes of megabytes of data on blockchain. All you can do is write small codes, and that's what an NFT is about. Okay? Alright. As we can see, this is what a blockchain is. We talked about this. Alright. So, if we do not have any more questions, let's take a short break, okay? 15 minutes. And after that, we're going to be talking about the applications of blockchain in our technology. Let's take a short break here. Was invented and launched. So for 7 years, how many gigabytes do you think is the entire transaction of the Ethereum network, Ethereum blockchain? It's only 340 gigabytes. the entire history of Ethereum blockchain is only 340 gigabytes. You can easily fit it on your computer. Okay? That's like this, because you don't save huge JPEG files, huge audio files, huge GIFs onto the blockchain. Only computer codes are stored, only transaction codes are stored in the TXT format, okay? That's what blockchains are about. So, can I make it clear now? An NFT is stored on the blockchain. That's what makes it so valuable. Okay. You see? This code. You need to reverse this code to find the previous block. You need to reverse this code to find this block. You need to reverse, which is cryptographically stored, to reach this block. It's impossible. It's impossible. Okay. So, a blockchain is like a big notebook, okay? Ahmet sent Hasan 100 lira, it's written here. Mehmet sent Hülya 200 lira, it's written here. Ayşe has this NFT, it is written here. And everybody has this notebook. If I erase and change the record, it's only on my notebook. What about your notebook? What about his notebook? What about that notebook? They will be written, they will be kept the same. Okay. Several videos, I'll be sharing them with you later when I share these slides. Basically, however, I want to very quickly, let me see. These ideas. Okay, so because blockchains do not need a third party to verify, to record the records, okay, there has to be a way to do this. There must be a way to do this. Otherwise, it would be impossible to find a secure source of transactions. Blockchains have two types of working principles. Why am I talking about this? Because when you try to understand the concept of blockchain, you need to understand these concepts: proof of work, proof of stake. Because if it were so easy, everybody would do that. Proof of work and proof of stake are two important encryption mechanisms. You know, because blockchains are encrypted, there are two mechanisms to do that. One is proof of work. One is proof of work. What do you think this is? Ideas? What do you think a proof of work is? How it works? Yes, proof of work. What proof? What work? It's kind of like this. But it's to make it clear like this. Let's say I will give 1,000 lira to the person who first finishes this task. I will give 1,000 lira to the person who first finishes this job. What is it? I don't know. Completing the questions, cleaning the home, cleaning this hole, fixing the curtains, whatever it is. Okay? Then what do? You race, you compete with each other to get that 1,000 lira. And when you finish, you say, teacher, here, I have finished. Where? It's clean. Curtains are fixed. That is the proof of your work. So I give 1,000 lira to the person who first finishes the task. Because on the blockchain network, computers are racing with each other to be the winner, to add the next block. Why? Because the person, the computer who does this will get bitcoins, okay? Will get bitcoins. That's proof of work. But to get the bitcoins, they first have to create the block, okay? The block, the transaction block. If they do this first, they will get the bitcoin reward. That's proof of work, okay? It's not easy to do that because it requires huge computational power. You need strong computers, strong CPUs, powerful computers to do that. Because the hash code, the cryptographic code, requires a lot of mathematical calculations, okay? It is not so easy. And every 2 weeks, it is becoming even harder. So you need strong computers, powerful CPUs to do that. We'll talk about this later. What about proof of stake? People complained about what? Because some people who have lots of money bought powerful computers, powerful CPUs, spent a lot of money on electricity and improving their hardware. So they became powerful, and they earned more money. So people said, no, this is not true, this is not okay. You have more money, so you have stronger computers. We are not earning anything. So they objected to it, and then proof of stake came around. What is proof of stake? In the proof of work, all the computers are racing with each other, okay? To be the winner and to write the next block. However, with the proof of stake, the system randomly chooses a computer, okay? Depending on how much coin they have on the entire network. Let's say, for instance, I choose you to clean the hall, or I choose you to fix the curtains. If you do that, you will get money. No, not the other computers, okay? That's proof of stake. Why do I choose you? Because you have more coins. Why didn't I choose you? Because you have less coins, less money, okay? The good point is, you don't need to have strong computers. So you don't have to spend a lot of money. The bad point is, unless you have accumulated some coins in the network, whatever the coin is, Bitcoin, Ether, I don't know, whatever the native currency is, you can't be chosen. Because the system wants you to show how much money you have. The more money you have, the easier you are chosen to complete the next block, okay? If you don't have enough money, you will not probably be chosen. That's the disadvantage of it. So 2 important systems of blockchain. Proof of work, proof of stake. These are important things. And this is kind of the comparison. So for instance, for the blockchain, miners compete. Computers in the network compete with each other. In the proof of stake, there is no competition because I chose you. The other people don't want to do the task, but in the end, you will get the money, not the others, okay? That's the key of proof of stake and proof of work. All right. So, any questions so far? Please do. If you have a question about the blockchain, how it works, please do. Because this is really important to understand why NFTs are valuable, why NFTs cost so much money. Okay? It is really important to understand the blockchain mechanism. Every blockchain, all the blockchains are the key mechanisms, the key infrastructure of the NFT ecosystem. Okay. So, a blockchain is immutable. It means the records are signed and sealed. Once they are written, they are there until the end of the world. You cannot change it because of the way they work, okay? You can't go to Greenland, you can't go to Japan at the same time and change the records on the computers. Immutable. Blockchains are immutable, okay? They are distributed. Because they are distributed all over the world, okay? You cannot change all the records. Let's say Ahmet sent Hasan 100 lira. I change it on your computer or your notebook. There are at least 100 more notebooks here. Which one should I change? How can I change it? Take it out from your bag, rewrite it, erase it, put it there without you knowing about it. Blockchains are secure also because they are distributed all over the world, okay? You cannot touch the computers at the same time. This is very, very important. Okay? And because of this, the records are transparent. This is especially important for NFTs because you cannot copy and paste one NFT onto another. Or you cannot just steal somebody's code of the blockchain. It's transparent. If you try to do this, there will be a record on the system and you will be found, you will be caught. It's transparent. Any questions about these two things? Immutable, which means records cannot be changed, and distributed, which means records are everywhere. If you take down one computer, there are millions of others to deal with. And these two things make them decentralized. We have this centralized, we're going to talk about this later, in which a single authoritative governing body manages and controls all the system. Then we have this decentralized structure. There are several centers. Every computer in the blockchain network is a center. So it's decentralized, okay? This decentralized nature, okay, does not need one single authority. For instance, don't do that, but if you want to hack or attack the Yıldız website, you can do that because it's being served from one computer only. There is one single server, okay? It's easier. But if you wanted to attack or hack a blockchain system, you couldn't do that. Which computer would you attack? Which computer would you steal? Which computer would you try to change? Because it is decentralized. So, let's say you have an NFT of $100 million, one of those Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs. Let's say one of the computers in the network goes down, has a malfunctioning problem. If it were only one computer, have a cold cup of water. Your $100 million is gone. But with a decentralized structure, you can easily find another backup. That decentralized nature is the source why NFTs are so valuable. Because I know that if something happens to this computer, there will be another decentralized computer. Node, as they call it, okay? Node. Every computer in the blockchain network is called a node. N-O-D-E, node. They are called nodes. Okay. And of course, because it's decentralized, you can, as long as you have an internet connection, you can easily reach your account, your NFTs, even from the South Pole. And of course, because of this, we have enhanced security. Because blockchain systems use cryptography. For every block, there must be a hash code. There must be a specific code. To produce this code, complex mathematical algorithms are used to produce. And once it's produced, it's impossible to reverse it back to the original. You cannot find what the actual data is. And of course, this brings us transparent operation. For instance, I want to show you this. This is very interesting. We have blockchain explorers. And let's see. This is really interesting. So, for instance, on the Bitcoin network, you see unknown. This is the hash code. You see, it's changing. So that means a new block is being created right now. Every block has this. You see the time? You see, it's changed. Who sent? To whom? We don't know. We click on it. You see the 247 bytes. That's the code stored on the blockchain. It's not the JPEG file. It's not the audio file. It's just a simple text file, maybe. Okay? When, how much, you see the hash code. This is what makes blockchains secure, NFTs unique. Okay? Sender, receiver, who they are? We don't know. There are only codes. Okay? That's what makes NFTs and blockchains so secure and unique. So you can, and it's transparent, you see? I mean, you don't know the names, but the time, okay, the amount, okay, how much is the actual data, okay, incoming, outgoing, which network, you can easily see them, but not the names. This is another thing we need to talk about. So that's very, very interesting. Transparent, you can easily see the records. And once a block is added to the chain, the entire network is updated with the newest version. So everybody has the same copy now. Once a transaction is done, just like the ones you saw, the entire network is updated within a matter of seconds. So everybody has the same network, same notebook, let's say, again. So it's confirmed. Every node, every computer in the network has the original copy. A transaction is done, the entire network is updated. Another transaction is done, and entire network is updated. It's impossible to beat that kind of security mechanisms. Okay? So any questions so far about conceptual mechanisms, working mechanisms, the principles behind the blockchains? I mean, it's really important to understand, because without understanding blockchains, it's kind of impossible to understand decentralization. DeFi, decentralized finance, we'll be talking about that too. It's Web 3.0. it's impossible to understand Web 3.0. Everything that is happening almost everything happening in the Web 3.0 is blockchain related, ladies and gentlemen. So blockchains are tomorrow's technology, actually, that we see in today's conditions. Okay. Any questions so far? So, I want to make a quick revision, maybe. That's not this one. You played Kahoot before? In your prep classes? Huh? You like it? So who has attended the prep class? Who has attended the prep class? 1, 2, preparatory school, you know, yabancı diller, right? I'm sure your teachers did that there, did this there. So, let's see. Let's try to play a Kahoot, okay? Right. So I'm gonna start. I need you to take out your phones, mobile phones. We're gonna do a quick revision. We're gonna be doing a quick revision. I'm gonna start the game. I need you to join the game, okay? Go to kahoot.it. How do you do that? You need to go to kahoot.it, okay? It'll ask you to enter the game pin, game code. Okay? Kahoot.it, go to that website. It'll ask you a game pin. Let's see. We'll soon have a game pin, and we hope to finalize today's lesson with this. Let's see if we have a better network. Do we have? No. Right. I hope it works. I hope this is going to be enjoyable because, yeah. Get it. Yes. We have the classic mode. So, the game pin. Yes, this is the game pin. Enter this on your mobile phones. And we're going to be seeing the gamers. It does have music, but we don't have speakers connected. If all goes all right, we're going to be having really good fun here. Oh, so many people. I wish we had this thing connected. Satoshi Nakamoto, oh, I'm honored. Janissaries, good. Good. And that's very easy. 11111. NFT is a scam. Aras Kargo. Okay, so we have almost 90 people here, so let's start. I think there are 20 questions here. 9 seconds. Something fungible is interchangeable, of course. Something that is non-fungible is non-interchangeable. Good. Good. Oh, Janissary is good. I'm not going to be asking who. Next question. PFP. Ah, that's difficult. The people in the previous week's lesson will know this. No, profile picture, of course. A PFP is a profile, the short form of profile picture. Okay? Refeasibility price, no. Janissaries, no, this time NFTs is a scam is going up. Good. This time it's a short answer question. Write your answers. Only 10 answers? No. Board Ape Yacht Club, ladies and gentlemen. I always have lots of fun. More fun than you do. Good. Next one. What do you think it is? Wow, good. I mean, it's kind of ironic to see that NFT is a scam is going #1. Again. Good. Something non-fungible is rare and unique, like an NFT. Come on, somebody do something about this. A token is not the real data. It is a substitute for the data. And non-fungible token, non-fungible token, that token is the cryptographic part, computer code. It sends you to the real data, okay? Because real data, real image, real file is not stored on the blockchain. Only piece of code is stored on the blockchain, okay? Token is not the real data. It is a representation, cryptographic representation of the data. Yeah, so that's all. Nice. The coin has currency and cash value. Good. Coins have cash value, tokens do not. Okay? Tokens do not. Because tokens are just cryptographic codes, ladies and gentlemen. Computer code. Of course. It's not a coin. What is it? Token. Because tokens are unique and they can only be used for one purpose. That's what makes NFTs so unique, ladies and gentlemen. And NFTs are valuable because they are unique. With this ticket, you can only go to that theater game, that theater play, on that day, on that hour, at that specific building. No other play. Like an NFT. Okay. Good. Encryption of sensitive data. That's what tokenization is about. And quickly, when you mint, when you create, in other words, an NFT, you tokenize the name, the content, the price, the owner of the work of art. Why is that? Make a guess. Ethereum, of course, Web3. We'll be talking about this, but the key characteristic of Web 3.0 is that it is decentralized. Only 24 people? Of course, they were not physical. Colored coins were the first, father of NFT, let's say. The idea of a colored coin, the idea of something digital that can be unique is named color. It is the conceptualization of NFT. Conceptualization. Good. Still the leaderboard, but someone is close. All are correct. All are correct, yes. Colored coins were the first NFT-like digital items that is stored on the blockchain. Almost, oh, good. No. Come on. It's not a blockchain-based. Counterparty is not a game. It's a platform where you can trade digital items, okay? It was a platform, like marketplace. People who were in the previous lesson, I can see them. Good. Next one. Of course, rare peaks. Good. Good. Very close. No joyless. Yes. CryptoPunks is the start of digital art, ladies and gentlemen. CryptoPunks is the starting point of digital art as we know it today. Digital art, we're going to be talking about later. Good. Yes, CryptoKitties is just a play to earn game, which means you play to earn. How? By selling your kitties. It's one of the first NFT based games. There is no real goal. You don't need to be the winner. You just need to buy a kitty, sell your kitty, so make money. No other point. Good. Next one. We had this question, right? Let's see. Get it right this time. Good, this time more. Not only 33, come on. Good. 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 What is the name of the NFT? What is the name of this NFT? Every day, 5,000 days. Max Winkelmann. Okay? Max Winkelmann. Every day, 5,000 days. Oh, we have a little change. Last two questions. Good. I mean, there's probably something wrong with the answers. It's my mistake. The artist is Tarık Tolunay, okay? Sorry, my mistake. I'm going to be fixing it later. Like I said, I contacted Tarık Tolunay and he accepted. He kindly accepted, and if everything goes all right, we'll be hosting him in April. Okay? He's one of the most famous Turkish NFT artists. And last question. The pixel, yes. How much, whose work is it? Murat Pak. Murat Pak, or Pak, in short form. And it was sold for $1.3 million. By the way, it's not that big. It's one small pixel. I mean, the one on your screen, okay? It's one small pixel, okay? It's Murat Pak. And let's see who won. Now join us, congratulations. NFT is a scam. And we have a winner and second. Good, congratulations then. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, we're going to be finalizing our lesson today. You will see this on my YouTube channel and on my Instagram account. Next week, listen up. Next week, we will probably have a guest. Okay, I contacted her, but at first she said yes, but I'm still waiting for a confirmation. Okay, if everything goes alright, we'll be having a guest. She's a famous professor of economics. Okay, she'll be talking about the economy of art and NFTs in specific. And let's hope everything will go all right, and we'll be here next week with our guest. Okay, see you next week.